me. So I don't know. Hey, this is Johnny Bean live, 5:09 p.m., November 24th, 2017. And who's in here?
How you doing, guys? It's Black Friday,
How you doing, man?
and I didn't leave the house. I
Who
hope
is
everybody.
this?
It's Jay,
Podcast.
7/8.
Oh yeah, speaking of podcast, I haven't uploaded Wednesday's podcast yet. So, it's been just crazy past couple days.
Well, it is the season.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll upload that one along with this one probably later on tonight. So,
After you do all your shopping.
yeah, yeah. So let's see, we're live. We got the Vigilant is in here. 7/8, of course. Vinny. Hey man. Oh, Sully dude. Yo, people's rare opportunity to watch with some campground Wi-Fi. Nice. Yeah.
Cool.
I wrote back to him with a little you see that little tent?
Yeah.
I was trying to find a Winnebago emoji, but
Good luck, RV.
I couldn't find one. The mini Winnie, you know. You ever seen Winnebago Man?
No, I have not.
You ever seen that?
No.
After we're done here, I'll
Is it
send
on
you.
Netflix?
Oh, well, it's actually there's a documentary about it. It was a guy shooting commercials. I shouldn't have said shooting on here. Um, ah, anyway, uh,
Guy filming commercials.
that's one of the words you can't say on YouTube. Filming. There we go. It's a guy. It was a guy filming some commercials for his Winnebago business or whatever, and the entire video is the outtakes of him getting mad, swearing, throwing stuff around.
Oh, dude, I outtakes are the best, man. They're the best.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So for years and years
So
and
instead
years,
of releasing the regular movie, he just put out the outtakes.
well, there was no movie. Well, I mean, it was. I guess it would have been like a commercial
Mhm.
somewhere. This took place in the '80s. So, but what was on YouTube was just the outtakes. There wasn't the actual commercials for the shop or the store or whatever. But these filmmakers decided to find the guy,
Mhm.
years later, and made a documentary about him
Oh.
and about. I think it's called Winnebago Man, actually.
Has anybody
But
in here seen that? Man.
hey,
That's pretty funny.
Judy says, Tone Bolts. Hi all. Sunny, 12 p.m. Saturday. Wow, it's Saturday. We're Tone Bolts is tuning in from. Black Belt Yellow Belly is here. Yo guys, no Nesdall. Yeah, yeah. We finally had to let him go.
Don't even joke.
too many letters. Kevin is in here. Michael Smith. I haven't talked to Dave. I haven't seen Dave all day. He ignored my messages. So,
But I talked to him, so everything's all right.
Okay. Craig, Guitar Wannabe. Stefan. Brent Xerox. Brent, happy birthday to Brent. Brent Cohn.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, man. Very cool. I saw that on Facebook, and I haven't. Do you wish people happy birthday on Facebook? Like
No.
do you log in and do you look at the birthday section and?
No, if somebody is that close to me where I actually care about their birthday, I'll text them or call them.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. Yeah. Some people get bent out of shape if people don't like wish them a happy birthday on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
That's the world we live in now.
Well, I for some reason connected my Facebook to my phone, to my calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't mean to, but I did.
You have everybody on your friends list.
So my calendar on my phone now, it says I have something every day.
Every day.
And all it is somebody's birthday.
Yep. Who is this?
Like today. Actually, it doesn't even say.
Did you know it was Eduardo Marino Porto's birthday on Wednesday? Was that on your calendar?
No. Well, let me look. On Wednesday.
Eduardo, happy belated birthday, my friend.
Yes, happy birthday, Eduardo. No, there's nothing for Wednesday here.
Oh,
I don't know if we're Facebook friends,
he
Eduardo.
might not have it on his in his profile then. Hey, Clayton, today's Frankenstrat Friday. That's right.
Yeah, Clayton rocks. Very cool. No, I don't even have Brent's birthday in here. It says maybe I shouldn't read. It's somebody else's. Although I should wish them happy birthday because I actually know them. So yeah, every day is somebody's birthday now, and some days it's like several people's.
Hmm.
Maybe it's a contacts thing.
I don't even have my birthday on in my profile. You know, that's the thing. If you're close enough to me, you'll probably know my birthday,
Hmm.
and you'll probably reach out to me through text or call me or whatever. So, but like I
Yeah.
said, that's the world we live in now, where you just wish somebody happy birthday on their Facebook page and everything's fine.
Yeah, I mean it's bad to say, but I'll look at the birthday section, and if I know the people, or if I've
Mhm.
talked to them before, I'll type something. But I've got like 7,000 Facebook friends or whatever. So a lot of times there's people's birthdays I don't even know them
Mhm.
or whatever. So I don't always. Sometimes if I can, I'll put whatever the initials for happy birthday, HBD.
Whatever the initials are.
I'll type HBD, real quick if
Mhm.
I don't know them. But if I do know them, hey, happy birthday, stay awesome.
Or try to become awesome in your next year.
Yeah. But no, that's yeah, Facebook and birthdays. I still have to thank everybody, and my birthday was back in June.
And you still haven't thanked them?
Oh, I had something like 500 birthday wishes.
You could thank them next birthday, next June.
Yeah. Michael Smith. I always try to wish them happy birthday if I can. I'm on the road a lot, so I miss some, and I actually had someone unfriend me
Oh my
for
goodness. Uh,
it. Wow. Well, black belt, yellow belly is in here. Bazik, if I don't give an F, don't huh? You'll get a happy birthday on Facebook. If I actually know you personally, I'll call or text. He says.
that's right. Yeah, I feel the same way. You know, some people that are on the cusp, maybe, of like they're my friend or a friend acquaintance, as I like to call them.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll send them a happy Facebook, happy birthday through Facebook.
An HBD.
Yeah,
That's
DVD.
and I know that sounds kind of mean, but it's if I don't know them and if they don't talk to me, you know,
Yeah,
because I have people request to be on Facebook, and I'll look through their profile here and there, and if it looks like a real person, and if it looks like they play the guitar or like this
yeah,
band or
but then if you don't really know them and you're wishing them a happy birthday, they're gonna think they're all cool. Like, yo, Johnny Beane wished me a happy birthday. Meanwhile, you're like, who?
yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I try.
Do you
Uh,
do you guys do anything for Black Friday as far as going out, the hitting the door busters and all that crap?
no.
Yeah, me neither.
No, no. Although I posted yesterday that I'd been sitting in a tent in front of Kmart since 4 a.m. But then below it, I said, just kidding. It was a joke. No, I've never done any of that. I've seen all the videos of people fighting over Cabbage Patch Kids, and it's
Yeah, man. Yeah, there was one I guess this morning of fighting over one of those like uh Power Wheels cars or something like that.
mhm.
Four grown men fighting in a store over it, and it's man, it's embarrassing. The human race should be embarrassed.
Hey,
A guitar
oh,
question.
is there? My screen on this other computer is so messed up. When we were live the other day,
Hmm.
something happened to my screen. Now it's everything's stretched, and
Really?
I don't know how to change it back.
Well, I
So
wish I could switch the chat from the right side of because my MacBook is to the right of my computer right now, but the chat is on the right side of it. I wish I could switch it to the left so I'm not like this, staring at the chat. You know, I'm trying to like.
Which way am I looking? I'm always looking this way.
Yeah, but you're kind of still, you know, towards your screen a little bit. I'm like really, but hey, Nesdall's in here. Hey, Dave.
Dave. He's probably home by now.
No, I think it's a little later, the gig.
All right. Well, he probably left already. Sat through like one song and it got bored. Or it was cold. Was it one time he was telling me that the gig was at the beach. It got too cold and they just left. So I don't know. Oh, I'm burning up right now. Do I look? Yeah.
I'm thinking the same thing. I was up here earlier and it was a little chilly, so I put an undershirt on, like a thermal. And that right now because I got the lights on, I'm cooking.
Yeah.
So if you see my screen go blank in a couple minutes, you know I'm getting naked in here. So black belt, I would rather. His question is, would you rather have a 10 $300 guitars or one $3,000 guitar?
What was the first one? 10 how many?
10 $300 guitars or one $3,000 guitar.
I'd rather have the 10 $300 guitars.
I'm the opposite. I'd rather have one $3,000 guitar.
I'd be too scared to play that guitar. Plus, you break a string. You don't have any other guitars. You know, you're on stage with that thing.
If you're gigging, here's what I would do. I would get the one $3,000 guitar, sell it for two $1,500 guitars. How about that?
There you go.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're just playing in your room or something, you know, for a hobby and just, you know, playing guitar, then one guitar is fine, right?
Or if it's just a studio guitar where it doesn't go anywhere, you just use it to track with. Yeah, I would use the what was it, $1,000, $3,000?
$3,000.
I don't know. Now there's a bunch of numbers here. I don't even.
Yeah, well, at least we got some people answering.
No, I would take the 10 $300 guitars. I would take those. You know, do the upgrades, do the FU tone upgrades to them. There you go.
Superfuzz says one $3,000 guitar. You can only play one at a time. Right.
I wouldn't take a $3,000 guitar to a gig.
Really?
No, because well, it depends where you're playing, I guess, but you know,
if you're playing at your Uncle Joe's barbecue, then I understand that. But you know,
I would take it there. Yeah, but you know, most clubs, you know, you take your gear, you have to leave your gear in some back closet somewhere with everybody else's. You leave, you know, you come back. I've come back and had stuff missing. You know.
Yeah. Well, your guitar. I used to keep my guitars in the room with me, the back room of the clubs or whatever. My guitars were always with me. Because, like you said, I don't trust anybody, especially when you got a nice piece of wood there. You know, I don't want to leave that around.
Yeah.
So now we got everybody breaking it up. $2,800 guitar and a $200 guitar.
Sorry, I can only read so much because my screen is like super stretched, and my chat box is literally this big.
Oh,
so I really can't see.
Okay,
I really can't. I can only see like 3 texts, and then when somebody says something, 2 of them are gone.
All right. Well, I'll try to keep you updated then, if that's okay. Desiree's in here. Hey, Desiree.
So wait a minute. They go out and they're still in here.
They're sitting next to each other in the car, probably on the way to the
gig. They're watching the gig and they're staring at their phones, watching this.
Did you ever play an aluminum guitar? The Chaos Candle asks.
Aluminum guitar. No. Well, the aluminum necked Kramer guitars.
You played one of those?
Very heavy.
Yeah.
Very heavy. Yeah. Yeah, you know, it has the the tuning fork looking headstock.
Mhm.
Let me see. Well, actually, no. This doesn't. That's a different logo. uh, it's Kramer.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of how that headstock looked because I've never played any of those guitars.
The Travis Beane. That's what it's called. Yeah, that's the Travis Beane guitar.
Mhm. So
Dutch
it feels,
1550.
and it feels like aluminum. It doesn't feel good at all.
It feels cold.
And who wants that?
I don't I don't know. I've never owned one,
Hmm.
but I've played them. You know, there's the basses, the guitars. Clayton, you should get an MXR talk box, Johnny, on your guitar. Cool. I'll have to check that out, man. 802 Blues. There we go. Yeah, 802. He's got it down. For some reason he can't join the chat room.
Hmm.
I don't know why, but he can leave a comment on any previous video and it pops up on my screen.
What?
So, yeah. Yeah. So
Huh.
that's the trick. If anybody listening to this, if you want me to really see your comment on a
Pay
previous
money.
video. Well, where's that super chat? Get that thing going.
Did you ever use the talk box?
No,
I haven't either.
I have not. I've seen them. Hey, Steve Anderson. You're not too late, man. I no, I've never actually used one.
And you especially don't want to use somebody else's.
Yeah. Well, maybe Frampton's, I guess. You know, Eddie actually used one. He actually used one on the Van Halen 3.
And he used one on Can't Get This Stuff No More, right?
Can't
Yep.
Get This Stuff No More.
That's a really good tune, man. I like that song a lot.
Yeah.
That's a cool one.
Yes. Hey, David Ennis. The Chaos Candle. I made a talk box. Cool. How do you make one of those?
I wouldn't even know where to start. See you, Desiree. Have fun at the show.
Bye, Desiree.
The Vigilant asks, doesn't Paul Unkert still do that headstock shape for the, I guess, the aluminum pitchfork or the tuning fork?
Does he still do that? I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think he does those, but his guitar, what was the question?
the Paul Unkert.
Unkert.
The headstocks.
Okay. Yes. He hit the Unk guitars had the tuning fork headstock, but those necks were actually made of wood. They weren't aluminum. So Steve Anderson, Johnny Beane, I guess Eddie dyed his hair.
Oh yeah.
Thought he wasn't going to.
Yeah, he made that comment about Roth a couple years ago. Remember?
No. What did he say?
He just said something about Dave's trying to. I don't know if he said like look younger or something. He's dyeing his hair, all this stuff, and then. Hey, I can't blame anybody for trying to do that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it was a promo, for a contest. Which how many of you guys entered that? Although I heard because I was promoting. I did a whole video on that contest. What was that, Monday?
So you automatically won.
Yeah. No. Anyway, so people were commenting saying that it was USA only, I guess. Which I didn't realize.
Yeah, usually they do something like continental, United States only or something like that.
Yeah. That's
yeah. So don't have to pay for the shipping or something over.
That's what it was. Well, because they're shipping an amp head and a cabinet.
Yep.
And the guitar, right? The whole thing goes to one person, right?
Well, the way you read it, that's what it sounds.
That's
So
That's what it looked like to me. It said that the grand prize winner gets the 5150 Stripe Series. Let me do
mhm.
the right there. You guys get one of those, and it looks like it might be the one that he actually played in the video, possibly
Yeah, because he signed it, correct?
because he signed it. Although that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Yeah. So the musician's friend. Where are my notes from Monday? Or go back and watch Monday's video. Now they'll explain everything. What am I looking at?
See, I usually am not a fan of if I were to get a guitar signed or something, I and it was a guitar that I used, I would probably have them sign the back somewhere. But the fact that Eddie played that and signed the front, that would be going on the wall if I were to win that. I'm not touching it. It's going on the
Oh,
wall.
yeah.
I'm white glovesing it out of
Yeah.
the case
Oh, the
onto the
strings.
wall. Yeah.
Strings stay on there.
Yep.
Although a friend of mine did win a guitar from Edward
Mhm.
back in '85, and he actually took the strings off and kept them separate.
Put him
And
under his pillow.
he's played the guitar. You know, I've played the guitar. Yeah, yeah, it's a Kramer, and you guys might actually be seeing that on here very soon. But yeah, yeah. If we were to win, you know, the a guitar that he played,
Mhm.
yeah, that thing gets ziplocked.
Yeah. Like in the glass case, remember in Wayne's World?
You could put it. You just take the alien out, put it right in there.
That's right.
Keeps it fresh.
Mhm. Hey Johnny, have you ever experienced inner band turmoil?
Ah, of course.
Of course. If you're in a band, you know, you're gonna have there's gonna be turmoil.
Hmm.
Unless
I've
you're
ex-
like, Joe Satriani.
I've experienced that on these things, and this isn't even a band, but it's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, Satriani. Yeah, yeah. He can go and say, you know, he can pick whoever he wants for drums, bass.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Uh yeah, if you're in any kind of band, any kind of relationship,
Yeah.
and the more band members you have, the more turmoil there's gonna be.
Yeah, yeah. But the thing is, you guys don't want to deal with is if two members of the band are together. You don't want to deal with that
Wait,
because
say that again?
if let's say if the singer and the drummer are married or
Mm.
together,
Mm-hmm.
then you go to practice, they're yelling at each other. They're fighting the entire time. So you're always watching them fight.
And then if you end up having a disagreement with either one of them, they team up on you. So you can't win.
Sometimes.
Yep.
RMG. Good to see you. Can I join in a minute and say hey?
Say hey.
You want to jump in? RMG. What's your I don't even remember. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, he said he just wants to jump in for a minute.
Kreger, guitar wannabe wants to know. I can't talk tonight. My goodness. I wish I could blame it on too much turkey yesterday, but that's not the case.
Oh, me neither.
There's any vids of me playing. If you search Gizmachi on YouTube, there should be some stuff. Gizmachi. Yeah, try that. They're probably not that much, but should be some stuff.
Mm-hmm. Have you So there's some stuff.
Yeah, it's old. There's not going to be anything recent. Yeah, there's stuff from like 2004, 2005, 2006, I think. Some stuff on there from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me
There's a couple music videos up there.
Oh, cool. Hey, if I send you the Winnebago Man links, can you send me some links? Are you rocking out?
Yeah.
We'll trade.
Okay.
All right. So huh?
Trade links.
Yeah. All right. RMG wants to jump in. Let me how would I do that? It's been a while. Let me see. Everybody let me know if something horrible happens here. Okay, it'd be the okay. I've got to open this other browser. Hopefully, I don't slow down too much.
Superfuzz asked, I have a Kemper. Yes, I do. I have not used it live. I have the lunchbox version. So I just use it for studio. That's what I do now is studio stuff like mixing, editing, reamping and stuff. I use it for that.
Mhm.
If I were to play live and it would be, if I were to consistently play live, I would probably buy the rack mount version with the power amp. The one I have does not have a power amp in it. I use a Simulclass 290 Mesa Boogie power amp for it in the studio. But I love it. It's awesome.
That's cool.
Yep. Blackie DH has asked a couple times about a PV Wolfgang Special USA, and your thoughts about it. Aren't they really good?
They're good.
Mm-hmm.
They're good. The USA ones are. The ones that are made in I think Korea.
Not so much.
No. I mean, yeah. I mean, they're they're okay, but they're not. Okay, Ryan. There we go. I had to open up a whole other thing here. Hey, Tone Talk.
Tone Talk.
Yo, yo, yo. What is up? All right, there I am. Finally. It's always scary when you got to open 20 different browsers and everybody's looking at you.
20 different browsers.
Yeah. John BL 5150. Yeah, Howie. Howie's here. Showman. All right, so RMG 471 is going to be jumping in for in a second. Wants to say hey.
And Black Belt asks, has it been that long since I was in a band? An active touring band, 2007 was the end of that. But we have a new album that's coming out next year that nobody knows about. So there you go. When it comes time, I'll tell you about it and I'll send it to you.
Cool. And it's new?
Yeah, I mean, it's all we wrote the music before we kind of disbanded,
Mm-hmm.
And then we started to record everything again in 2010. And it's taken us 7 years to finish everything. So
yeah, I know what that's like, man.
But as far as playing live again, I don't know. Whenever I go to a concert, of course I want to, but I wouldn't play with another band besides the one I was in. I just don't want to deal with new people and learning. Establishing new band relationships is not something that sounds fun to me at this point in my life.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I mean, I haven't. I think the last show I did was, I don't know. I forget when that was. I mean, it's been a while, and yeah, I'd love to play shows but yeah, dealing with people and
Yep.
it depends. But if you want it bad enough though, you'll zip it.
Yeah, wanting it bad enough was 15, 20 years ago for me. As far as the record deal, the touring, across the country and around the world. That was a long time ago, but I don't know. It's just a different thing. Black Belt's band is recording right now. He'll send it to me when he's done. Hey man, if you're looking for a mix engineer, you know who to send it to.
Yeah.
So was Ryan jumping in or what?
I think so. I sent him a link. Thank you. Danny says good looking Telecaster. Thank you, man.
And what year is that?
That's it's a 1996.
Mhm.
It's a 96. There's Howie.
Howie Castor.
Uh, yeah, it's a 1996 72 reissue Telecustom. Hey, Chris. Yeah, yeah, great guitar,
Hmm.
great guitar, and it's Japan,
Hmm.
Japanese guitar, and yeah, I love the Japanese Fender stuff. Don't tell Gary, but
Yeah.
it's great. I mean, it's amazing. Bozique. Um, John Stewart. John Stewart's a sound engineer. Oh well, that was a skit. I don't know if you guys saw that. John Van Halen was on the John
Mhm.
Stewart show back in the mid '90s, around the Balance
Yep.
era, and there was it was I think Van Halen. They were actually rehearsing. There's footage of them rehearsing, and I think he's like running sound for them. Or there's actually a point where he actually runs out in a towel.
Hmm.
I don't know if
I
you saw
watched that
this.
not too long ago, actually.
Is it on YouTube?
Yes. Yes, it
I haven't seen it since back in the day.
is. Yeah, because he introduced their the opening concert, the opening show of that of
Yeah.
that tour.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. In where was that? It was Florida,
Florida. Yep.
and I believe Edward actually said in an interview around that time that he actually had the Frankenstein guitar with him that
Really?
night. Yeah, but he never didn't play it.
Hmm. Oh yeah, the 1992 MTV Music Awards, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it, with
No,
Metallica and Van Halen,
91.
was it 91? Yeah, I
91.
guess it was 91 because that was September. That was the night before school started. I remember that. I was able to see Van Halen because they opened the show. Well, they were the first band on, I guess, and the Metallica was later. And I remember coming home from school the next day, uh, had the VCR on, so I was able to watch the Metallica performance too. But those are the days, man. Setting your VCR up for bands, for music videos, all that stuff. It
Mm-hmm.
was all cool. Now you just go on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. I remember watching that too.
Hmm.
That same night, I watched it. Where were you? Where were you then? Were you East Coast?
Yeah, I was in New York.
Okay, so you saw it live.
Hmm.
It was
Yeah.
actually, even though it was out here in California, I think it was actually, I don't know. Award shows are kind of weird. I don't know if they're always live or they're live on the East Coast and then they're played back later here, or
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. Although I remember watching it too, and watching Van Halen and Pound Cake and thinking, wow, that was cool.
Yep. Those skids pants that Sammy was wearing. Everybody had to get a pair of those, man. Remember those skids?
I'm where they look like pajamas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Hmm.
was.
Yep. I'm sure somebody in here will remember them. They were definitely a lot cooler than the Zubas pants. Remember those goofy things?
I don't know any of the names. I would, if I saw them, I'd remember them
Yeah.
probably. Um,
Yeah, they
but
dressed awful back then. Well, no, Eddie had the jeans and a t-shirt, with the rolled up cuffed pants with the striped shoes on. He was cool.
he had
Uh,
the striped Converse.
yeah. Yep.
Hmm.
Um, but no, the Japanese tour, the OU812 Van Halen show, when Michael Anthony's wearing the Mickey Mouse get up. Talk about dressing goofy. Yeah.
Where's the
That's why it's always good being a drummer. in a band. Because, besides the haircuts, most of them had no shirt on and just like sweatpants or some kind of pants or shorts. So you always look the same, no matter what era it's from. When you're out front, you got to stick with the times. And a lot of the times you get, oh, that's totally from the 80s, or that's the 70s, or that's the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, well, Stuart Copeland. He wore the shorts and the socks.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yep. I love watching. If anybody here can goes back and watches the Metallica Seattle concert in '88 on the Justice tour, Lars has the black spandex pants, the leg warmers, and sneakers on, and the white headband. So funny. Leg warmers. What were those guys thinking?
And he's playing drums.
Oh yeah. Yep.
That sounds
not very well, but
that sounds too hot. Hey,
man. Uh-oh. Podcast.
Do you know sign language? I think he said what?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Yes, he can hear us.
Okay, he can hear us. Yeah, Dutchie, the poof shirt that Michael Anthony was wearing on the Live Out of Net. I've been looking for that shirt, man. I want that shirt, the poof shirt. It's awesome.
Poof?
Yeah.
Oh, where it says poof.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right. That's okay. Yeah. Okay. Right, Howie?
Oh yeah, Seattle. It is '89. You're right, Dutchie. My apologies. It is Seattle '89. The album came out in '88.
I think he's going to try to jump back in. Yeah. If you're listening on the podcast, RMG, he was in here, but there was no.
Just ahead.
Couldn't hear him.
And Super Fuzz, do you really even have to type that? Copeland over Lars. Really?
Oh.
You don't say. Not even close, man.
Well, you can put Copeland over anybody. And 10 times out of 10, he's the one. He's the one for me.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really compare them to anyway, But, I mean, if you had to, of course, you're going to pick Stuart Copeland.
What's the deal with? It seems like a lot of people don't like Lars. They don't like Hammett. I read about. I mean, I'm not a huge Metallica fan, so I'm not like, in the chat rooms, where people are talking about Metallica nonstop. So I really don't know much about them. But it seems like people are always making fun of those two guys. And I don't.
Yeah, because Kirk, it always sounds like, especially live, it sounds like his guitars are never tuned, and I highly doubt that he has a bad guitar tech. So whether he like vice grips the hell out of his guitar when he's fretting it and just bending stuff, I don't know how to explain it. Can we hear you? Oh man. We cannot hear you. In the meantime, you talk about Lars. Bozique says Lars is still hated for the Napster fiasco. You know what though? He was right. If you look back at that, at the time, I was crapping all over him too. I was angry. I was like, "Come on, Lars," And now you look back at it, and it's like he was right. He saw what was coming.
Mm-hmm.
But do you remember that?
Yeah.
Of course, right?
Yeah. That was a big deal. Let's see. What am I? We got 48 people looking at us. 22 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. If you dig this stuff, leave a thumbs up. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel. We go live a couple days, three days a week. Talk about Metallica.
Hey, look, I wore my Ride the Lightning shirt today too. Look at that.
Oh yeah, we're both wearing. Yeah, you're wearing that. Do you know who this is?
I thought it was a New York Knicks shirt at first.
Can you? I think this is a rare shirt. I'm thinking this is rare. I've only seen this shirt on like one other person in my life. You guys know who this is?
Oh,
Right?
it's a VH right there.
Yeah,
Now that I look at it.
yeah, yeah.
So what's on the?
There it is. There it is.
Yeah, I've never seen that. Oh, it's like
Yeah.
a gas station.
Yeah, yeah. It says Pasadena on it.
Cool.
It says since 1972. Which. Oh, Mustaine over Hammett.
Oh God, yes.
Hammett.
Beane is a phenomenal rhythm and lead player. He's good. Metallica drama versus Van Halen drama. Wow. Well, at least Metallica. I mean, I know it takes them like 5 years or 6 years or whatever to put out a new album, but at least they're putting out new albums. So, and they're playing live.
Mm-hmm. I really don't know anything about Metallica. Anything?
So in other words, we should stop talking about Metallica.
Well, no, it's fine. It's fine. I just gotta show the logo. There it is. Thank you. Somebody said nice shirt. Yeah, it's awesome. Let's see. So RMG is trying to jump in. For some reason, the sound sounded
You
weird.
probably had the same issue I had, where on Google Hangouts or the Hangouts thing on your computer, you have to select, no matter what you do in your system, as far as microphone or camera, the Google Hangouts one, you can choose a separate one or a different one. So he might have it, not hooked up right through the Google Hangouts one.
Yeah, that's possible.
Monday is Music Man Johnny.
It is. It is. Yeah. So as far as Metallica, I don't know. Although, when I was in school, you like your T-shirt. I saw that T-shirt everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Those days are long gone. There we go. Let's see if he.
Hello. Third time's a charm, boys.
Echo.
Do you
How
hear
about
anything?
that?
It's still going to be an issue. You have headphones? Oh man. This is going to be great for the listener in their car when they hear the podcast.
Yeah, this is a podcast now. So
How about that? How is that better?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh,
So well,
Awesome.
I'm echoing.
test.
So are you.
Yeah.
How loud is your volume, Ryan?
Very low.
Hmm.
How about now?
Check. Slightly. I think it is on his side because the echo got.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Should be good.
Maybe if we just talk louder. You and
Or
I.
if we don't talk at all.
I've only got like 2 or 3 minutes. I just wanted to stop in. It's been a while since I've been on. I wanted to say hey to everybody. I've been super busy with work and everything, so I just wanted to say hi and say I'm still around. So I haven't been in the chat much, but you guys doing okay? John, you good? Jay, you guys doing okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Have you guys actually met?
Yeah, we've been on before together.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm not sure, but you know, with the chat room and everything, it seems like everybody knows each other. So Echo.
Uh-oh, he muted himself.
Yeah, he's testing. Test.
Okay.
Test. I think it is on that side, but
Is that better now that I mute?
yeah.
Push to talk. Hey Ryan, did you get any new guitars since the last time you were on, or any new gear?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna show you. I think Johnny, did I have my blue Custom 24 the last time I was on?
I don't know what that is. Oh, you gotta say something so I can see
That one right there.
the blue.
That's
one.
not blue.
Is it blue?
You know what? On his screen, he sees himself as, you know, as we do. But when we're looking at the bottom, oh wait, you know what? I have the square on you, so it only highlights you. Okay, now if he talks, I'll be able to see him.
Actually, I can present. I'll present him. You just can't hear him. You can see him. Yeah, that's blue.
It's a faded whale blue Custom 24. And this is one of them from when I got the opportunity to meet Paul. And I had him sign. You were talking about signing guitars, Jay. I had him put it on the back of the headstock where my hand doesn't touch, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Or your body.
That works out. That works out real well.
So you're always out of tune.
What's that?
I said, so you're always out of tune. You said you never touch the headstock.
That's right. Yes, I don't really bother with tuning much.
I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. Punchline.
And then I know that I had the 594, the Les Paul style you can see over my shoulder there. I did get one new one. Let me mute and I'll grab that real quick and show you.
Cool. And yeah, he did have that guitar last time we saw him.
Yeah, he did.
I remember he was talking about how he met Paul and look at that.
So this is basically the same as the other 594, except it's a gold top, and it's got the P90s. So these are Duncan Antiquity P90s that Paul is putting in his what they call the Soap Bar 594. So it's still a lot like the old one. This one's mahogany back, mahogany neck. But this one isn't signed, so I've got to meet Paul again so he can sign this one. But yeah, this is probably my big acquisition. I've never had a guitar with P90s, and they're a thing all of themselves. Have either of you guys had a P90 bass guitar before?
Bass guitar? P90s in a guitar? Yeah. Yes. I've had the. I'm a huge fan of the Seymour Duncan Fat Cats. Those are humbucker-sized P90s. Love those things. I've always wanted a Wolfgang with P90s. That's one thing I've always wanted. You know.
Yeah, sorry for the echoing, guys. I had a MacBook and I sold it, and I got one of the new Microsoft Surface Book laptops, which is cool because you can take the screen off and it's like a tablet. But I've got to run here shortly, so it won't be a problem for much longer. But like I said, I just wanted to say hey to everybody, and I'm still alive.
Why'd you sell the Mac?
What?
Why did he sell his MacBook?
I don't do enough video editing and audio editing to need it like you would. I mean, for me, it makes more sense to have a Windows 10 machine. I was dual booting for a while. I had both. But this just makes more sense, really, for me. But, yeah, the P90s, I'm a huge fan. I'd never had them. So if you've never tried them, Jay, they're a cool pickup.
Well, they have them in basses, right? Hello?
I don't think so. I don't think they put P90s in bass guitars.
Are they a different style or something?
Oh, you're thinking P bass.
No, well, maybe I am. I don't know.
P basses. Do they P90s?
I could swear somebody, when I was recording their bass guitar, a Fender bass one time, they were talking about P90s. And I was like, oh, well, I don't know what the heck's in your bass guitar. So. But yeah, as far as the if you're not doing video editing or music stuff, I guess I have all my computers are Apple and Mac, and my phone I have an iPhone, but I'm doing music stuff, so it makes sense for me.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Absolutely, guys. It's good, Johnny. I'll hop off since I'm having some technical problems here, but it was good to see you. Glad everything's still going good. That your Tele Deluxe back there looks good, man.
Thank you. Oh yeah, yeah. It's Fender Friday. Yeah. Next time you come on, man, it'll have to be PRS Thursday or something.
PRS Thursday.
PRS Sunday.
There you go. Yeah, thanks for sending me the link, Johnny. Jay, you guys have fun tonight. Enjoy yourselves. I've got to
congrats on your new guitar, man.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome, man.
Yeah, we'll see you guys. See you later. Bye.
All right. See you, Ryan. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes. There he goes.
BB Ninja said there was echo before he got in, but it got a lot worse when he came in. I'm not noticing any echo.
No, there was a slight echo before he came in, but it was just very slight. And then when he jumped in, it was more. There was more. I don't know. Maybe if everybody goes and go and listen to the podcast when it's uploaded, you can.
Yeah, you can see whose fault it was.
You can tell. But yeah, P90s are great. Always wanted one in a Wolfgang. I might have to make that happen at some point.
Have you tried other pickups in your Wolfgangs? Any of your Wolfgangs?
No. Well, I've only got 2. I mean the EVH pickups, which I used to have them sitting right here. Now they're over here. Are the perfect pickups for those guitars. I mean they're made for them. So I have not. Although it would be cool to try them with the P90s.
Yeah. Well, I did a little AB between my black and green universe that has the Evolution in the bridge pickup, and then my Wolfgang.
Mm-hmm.
And because that black and green one sounds amazing, but not as soon as I plugged in the Wolfgang compared to that, I was like, oh man, the Wolfgang sounds so much better. There's just so much more clarity,
Mm-hmm.
And it was going through the same amp,
Same stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, every guitar sounds different.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. Let's see. Steve McQueen. I have 3 Wolfgang standards. Actually, he says he doesn't like the pickups.
Too overdriven, huh?
They're hot. They're very, very hot. Yeah, that's what I like about them. Oh no, this computer
it crashed.
It just shut off.
Oh yeah, I just saw the light go out of your face on your right side.
I got no chat room now.
Uh-oh.
There's something up with that computer, man. It sometimes it'll like turn on by itself at like the weirdest time. I don't know. Usually
you have to plug into a timer.
Usually it restarts. Usually a lot of times it'll just restart. This time it just totally.
Is it overheating?
I don't know. I'll restart it, but it'll take me a while to get back to the.
Well, BB Ninja asks, how many of everyone here have entered the EVH contest? Who's entered the contest?
I entered. I did.
Under all your aliases as well?
I did. I did, and I've been like this like since.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
if you win, everyone's going to say it was a sham. It was rigged.
Well, then I probably won't win then. No, I entered, but as much as I'd love having that guitar and signed and the amp and everything, I'd be just as happy to see somebody else get it. Somebody who really, really, could use it, wanted it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I'd like to see somebody in your in your audience, your chat, get it. That'd be cool.
Who said that? Was that you? I think was it Monday when I was on talking about that. Somebody in the chat room was saying, hopefully whoever wins it, besides me, hopefully whoever wins the stuff, hopefully they're a reviewer.
I might have typed that in.
And they could do an unboxing on here.
Oh, maybe that wasn't me.
Somebody said that. Yeah. Somebody was saying that.
I just want the catalog that it's in, but I know if I sign up right now for a musician's friend, it's going to be too late. They're not going to have any more. I'm not going to get it in time.
You'll get the next.
Mm-hmm.
The next one.
Steve McQueen modded one of his Wolfgangs to 2 volume knobs, or 2 volume instead of 1 volume and 1 tone. Huh.
Mm-hmm. So a volume for each pickup?
So you can basically do like a kill switch effect.
Mm-hmm.
You can turn one pickup off and do the stutter.
Mm-hmm. You could do that, or it's like a Les Paul, where there's a volume for each.
Yeah. I mean, who uses their tone on their guitar?
Sorry.
Do you do it all? Have you ever?
Oh yeah.
Really?
All the time. All the time. Yeah. 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 Either for recording or live, Well, let's just say live. When you're playing live and you're up there, I'm always changing my settings, my sounds, trying to get it to exactly where I want it. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you got to tweak the tone a little bit. Let's say if it's just too bright,
Well, I've never used my tone knob.
I mean, actually, if you tweak the tone,
tweak the tone.
If you tweak the tone a little bit, you can get almost like you're playing through a wah,
mm-hmm.
like you're playing through a wah pedal, but it's just stuck on one position. That's you can get some cool sounds. I've done a lot of recording where I've actually used the wah pedal and just had it stuck on one. Like sweet spot. Well. And it's like, oh, that sounds cool. Yeah. And you do the whole track like that. Yep. Sometimes you can get the same effect with your tone knob.
Okay.
Yeah,
so there seems to be a mixed bag in here. Some people, Super Fuzz uses his tone knob. John BL 5150, he does his. Super Fuzz, yeah. Then Steve Anderson, no tone. Scott J, no tone. Sean Zimmerman, volume is tone. I love it. So
what if you made a guitar and there was no volume, but there was just a tone?
Just tone.
So you couldn't turn the sound off, but you could change the tone.
You just got to unplug the jack. Yeah, between each song you're unplugging.
I knew a guy. There used to be this bass player in this band that I had going for years ago. And he showed up for a rehearsal. This was a different band. This was another band I was doing. He showed up to jam with us to play guitar. And he's like, Johnny, check out this guitar I made. He built it, right? But there was no volume knob at all. So he's like, this is cool. You can't turn it off. Oh. We're jamming. It was nothing but feedback. It was terrible. It was awful.
Oh, man. That's terrible.
Yeah. And I think the pickups were like Velcroed in or something.
Velcro.
So you could move them. Like it had one pickup and you could move it like anywhere. You know what I mean? It could be a bridge, neck, or
actually a cool idea. you know, but that's
Yeah. Well, there's companies actually do that when they're testing.
Mhm.
When they're testing guitars or testing pickups, there's so many different like weird guitars behind the scenes of different companies have where you can switch the pickup where it's like maybe a bunch of pickups in a circle and you can just turn it.
Oh, that's pretty
You know,
neat. Instead of making, 15 guitars with 15 different pickup positions.
yeah, it's one guitar, but it
Mhm.
has like let's say like six pickups on it, and you'd spin it, and the pickup lines up, change it to the next.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've seen companies do that.
Mhm.
But no, as far as the tone knob, I'll take one.
Hmm. I had a buddy who put an FU tone kill switch. He took the tone knob out of his guitar and put the kill switch there. And he
Mhm.
said he's going to switch it back and put the kill switch somewhere else because he said there's no it doesn't work. Like whenever you're in the middle of playing something, it takes so much to get to that spot at the bottom of the guitar to use a kill switch. So he's like, it seems like a good idea in theory, but it never worked out, because I think there's 2 songs in their set list when they play live that he uses. He used to do the whole toggle thing, where one pickup the volume would be down, so he did it like that. But then he
Mhm.
changed guitars and doesn't have a volume for each pickup, so he did the kill switch thing.
Mhm.
But he's like, I'm going to have to put it either where Eddie puts his or in the top where the pickup selector is. He's going to have to put it there,
Mhm.
So
802 Blues says most of Slash, you guys know Slash. Most of his tones are with the tone rolled off to some. Is there more of a message?
I don't see that.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a 802 Blues. He's the one where he comments on previous
Oh, yeah,
videos, and
Okay.
the comment pops right up.
Gotcha.
So
I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna have to experiment a little bit. Because usually if I want a little bit darker tone or some of the high end rolled off, I'll make the adjustments, on the amp or in the EQ somewhere in there if I'm recording. But I'll have to try that.
hmm
Hey, were you on? Well, obviously you were on, but I was showing you guys. A buddy of mine bought that 1992 Black and Green Universe on Reverb.
yeah.
Remember that?
I was here. I
Yeah.
was here.
So the guy said it was in excellent condition, right? So my friend bought it off of Reverb, and he shipped it directly to Dave
hmm
to have him check it out, set it up, make sure everything's good with it. Dave calls me after he gets it today. He goes, "I got your friend's guitar." I was like, "That doesn't sound too promising." He goes, "Man, this thing is not in good shape. It, the let me just grab this. I don't know if anybody knows, but Ibanez guitars, for the most part, they'll get a tiny little crack right here. It's usually in the finish, so it's no
Yeah.
big deal."
Yeah.
He said the crack that's there is huge. It goes like all the way, and he goes, without obviously taking the neck off, I can't tell if it's through the body, but he goes, it's definitely not a normal, finish crack. Something's definitely up. The bridge is just completely worn down. It probably needs to have some, a bunch of stuff replaced on it. The back is just gouged up real bad. There's a bunch of it's definitely not in excellent condition like the guy said it was. It's basically in crap condition, So,
Well,
yeah, it stinks.
that's not cool.
No, so my friend contacted the seller, and well, I don't know what happened yet, but has anybody purchased anything off of Reverb, and do they know if it's kind of like eBay, where if you have an issue, you just say, "Hey, this person said it was in excellent condition, and the thing is unplayable. It's basically, crap."
Crud.
Yeah,
I
you can
have
say
not.
crap on here, right?
I think so.
Okay.
I think you can. I never have myself, so I don't know. But I would think that it would have
some kind of protection, right?
Same guidelines or whatever.
Mm-hmm. The lacquer crack, yeah, and the Ibanez is notorious for that. But Dave said it's not a normal. It looks, yeah. I have a picture of it. Dave sent it, but he had his flash on, and it you can't really tell. Yeah,
I know.
can't really tell too much.
I always tell Dave, when you're taking pictures of stuff, turn that flash off because it's.
Look at this. I mean, look at the back plate alone. I mean, that thing is that's been played a lot. Here's the bridge. God, if you can really tell if that thing is really worn down and looks like.
Mm-hmm. Because it's a black bridge, but it looks all.
Well, it's like they call it Cosmo black, you know, where it's not black, but it's not chrome, somewhere in the, you know. But yeah, that thing is worn down to the chrome.
Mm-hmm.
And then let me find. Here's the. Oh yeah, look at this. Now you tell me if that looks like a lacquer crack. The neck pocket's right there. That's the neck, and that's the crack. I mean, that's serious business. You know, that doesn't look normal. So we'll see what happens. Nice belt buckle scratch in the back. And he said there's spots in it especially in the back that are like just dug in. The paint's still on it, but it's like dug.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't tell because of the flash.
Yeah. Flash. Sorry, I did turn my camera off for a minute, but I'm still here.
Well, that stinks. You know, my friend was pumped to get that guitar, and now I had to break it to him that all right, Steve McQueen says reverb is great. You have protection. It's great to sell too. They only take 3%. Wow. That's pretty good. Yeah, BB Ninja, he asked, what about the photos in the sale listing on Reverb? Dude, I looked at them, and Dave even looked at them as well. You can't tell. The guitar looks great on the listing from the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And it just Dutchy 5150, did he get it cheap? Well, not in the condition it's in. Definitely he paid too much if that's the condition that he was expecting.
He didn't get it for $1?
Should have. Yeah, Scott, that's more than a lacquer crack to me. I agree. That looks like it's definitely going to be a problem.
Yeah. Hey, Pascal. Pascal is in here. Look at that. He said he's awake. Pascal is our friend from France, and it's what time is it in France right now? Is it like 4:17 a.m. roughly? Yeah, those lacquer cracks. What year is that guitar?
The one he bought is a 92. I have a 91.
92. Okay, I was gonna say a lot of guitars from the 80s, maybe nowadays from the 90s, because I mean that was a while back now. A lot of those guitars, the older guitars, you'll see a lot of times a crack in the lacquer right there in the top horn, neck pocket. You'll see those all the time.
Yeah, and
a lot of times it's just in the lacquer, and it's no big deal.
Yep.
You know,
but that looks like more than normal. And the guy didn't. Dave said he didn't ship it that well either. Like as far as packing it, which is stupid.
I wonder what the guy's rating is.
I don't know, but Chris Link, maybe it happened during shipping. Well, that's the thing. I mean, I'm sure he's going to say that happened during shipping, but.
Well, if it wasn't packed well, the thing is, I've done this many times. I don't think Dave did it, but a lot of times when everybody likes to do unboxings, right?
Yeah.
So in a case like this, you get a guitar, film an unboxing, even if you're not going to put it up online.
That's a good idea.
At least film yourself taking it so you can see exactly what it is, and if there is a problem, you can get back to the person and show them the video.
Do an unboxing video with the person you bought it from. Yeah, there you go. Dutchy 5150. I only ever see lacquer cracks in Ibanez. Almost every Ibanez I've owned has had that exact same crack. I don't think either one of these do, though.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if my other universe does. Nope. Yeah, it does. It's got a tiny one. Very, very small. That's what she said. Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of my old Kramers have those cracks.
Same thing.
Mm-hmm. Different. I don't think my Telly does. I think that one's fine, but I could look at some other guitars and probably see those.
Yeah. Because that's definitely not excellent condition. Not even close. I don't know how you can say that.
No. Oh, man. Yeah, John BL 5150 says his Mexican Strat has one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chris Link. Yeah, it's a great idea. Well, just in general, if you get something and just film yourself unboxing whatever it is, and so if there's a problem, you can prove that it was like that when you got it.
Yeah,
whatever it is.
Spanky wants to see the crack.
Can you show that on here?
See, when he had the flash on, it focused on. Look at. No. Where was he holding this guitar?
At the crack.
You could see there's like a rash in the finish.
There's a rash. There's a rash in the crack.
Zoom in on that. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Yeah, maybe I don't want to zoom in on. No, but here's the crack. There's the neck in the neck pocket right there, and that's.
Let's see if we can figure this out.
Oh, I'm presented.
Okay.
Look at that.
There we go. Okay, so it looks like he took the neck off.
No, he did not.
Was it shipped without a neck?
No.
Or what? Oh, that's the side of it. Oh, that's the side of it. Okay.
Yep. See, there's the fret dot right there.
Okay, I see it.
So that's that corner right there. Actually looked better when I had my hand right there. Ooh, I cut my nails. Look at that. Yeah, so does that look normal? Everybody? Exactly, Spanky. That crack might be into the wood. I think it is.
That's a long crack.
Yep. This is my UFO light.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Now, did he see the? Let's see. The cool thing is here's the pick guard is awesome, and that's a neat swirled pick guard. But those are two big gouges underneath, or is that on top? Is that on top? I can't tell how we have the picture on here. Those are two huge gouges in the wood.
That's the underside.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The volume knob is above it.
Yeah. And here's the if he missed before, but here's the bridge. And that thing looks like somebody with really, really acidy hands was playing that thing. So just bums, man. You're excited about it. And then that happens. I have to, break it to him while his family's over. They're celebrating Thanksgiving today. And I had to call my buddy and say, hey man, that guitar, not good.
that guitar is a turkey.
Yeah. So,
man.
But you haven't had any like nightmare stories about buying a guitar or anything like that?
Buying a guitar online, getting something in the mail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that I can remember. No.
Mm-hmm.
No, most stuff that I've got over the years have really just been bodies and necks and I'd be slapping guitars together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's been years since I've really done any of that, but um, the last I got an EVH Circles. Some of you
Mhm.
might remember I had the Circles guitar
Yeah.
back here. Um, I got that online from a store in New York, and it was refurbished, is what the word was.
Mhm.
So the guitar was new, but it was refurbished, whatever. And so I get it, and I actually did an unboxing video. I never put it up. It's never been, you guys have never, I've never seen it, but I have a video of taking the guitar out, you know, um, and the guitar was fine. The only thing was the pickup. Something was up with the pickup. It sounded like it was really microphonic.
Hmm.
Like every time I would play, actually, there's videos. If you search my channel for when I first got that guitar, well, I was like at Guitar Center playing it. If you listen real closely when I before and after I play, you'll hear the microphonic ness or whatever the word is
Hmm.
of it. And what I did was I got I got another pickup for it,
And it was fine.
and it was fine. So that was the only thing. That was the only thing. As far as other guitars I've got, or as in like a full guitar or whatever, I've never had an issue where it shows up and it's nothing like what they said it was.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
I think. I mean, no, no, never.
Spanky said, I bought a guitar recently off eBay. The knucklehead shipped it in a case without an outer box. Just a shipping label on the case. That is
Ugh.
funny, man.
And also, my computer just shut off again. So
Uh-oh.
I don't. I think this computer is on its last. Uh, so it was the case. It was just the case, and it
Just
had
the
the label on it.
I'm just surprised
I've
the
seen-
guitar was still in it.
I've seen that. I think I've seen people do that before. Hmm.
Well, dude, I don't even like when you order something. Like, for instance, Wolfgang's. I mean, it ships in the box that basically says what it is on there. You know, I prefer the whole plain package deal when you order something. You know, you order a new stereo or something, or my monitors. I have Atom A7X monitors, and they came in the box that said what they were.
Hmm.
You know, that's how they got shipped. And I'm like, man.
And the guy leaves it on the porch, and people drive by, and it's like, wow, there's a TV on the porch.
See, exactly. Yep.
Yeah,
I'd rather have just the brown plain box.
yeah, that's bad. Also, after Christmas
Mhm.
or after your birthday,
I know what you're going to say.
Whose birthday is it?
Can I guess it?
You can guess it, but Brent, later tomorrow, Brent, this is not a good idea. Yeah.
What?
Huh?
Oh, it was that's right.
It's his birthday.
When you get a new TV or something and it's garbage night, do not put the box at the curb. Is that what you were going to say?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because people know exactly what you got and what's
Oh,
in
he
there.
got a new TV.
You know, on Monday, you know, that TV's mine. Speaking of TVs, though, Black Friday. Did anybody? My chat room is gone, so you're gonna have to
Okay.
handle that for. I think we'll stay on for a few more. Black Friday. Was anybody actually camped out in front of Walmart at 3 a.m. and get something for? I was watching McKnight earlier.
Mhm.
Bill McKnight was live with Pixie Licks today, and I was
Camped
watching
outside of a Walmart.
I was watching them for a little bit. I don't think anybody was camped out, but Pixie Licks was saying that he did the Black Friday thing and he got like a brand new iPad, like the newest one, for it was something like 250
Mhm.
or something. I think. Yeah. See, now I'm getting confused with RMG saying he just sold his MacBook or whatever. Yeah.
I mean, I just buy everything online, man. I can't stand crowds anyway. And then you're dealing with knuckleheads. You know, everybody snatching and grabbing, people trampling other people. It's just, I don't know. If I can save $300 by going to a store on something and save 150 buying it online. I'd rather save the 150 and do it in the privacy of my own home, you know? But
Yeah.
somebody got killed at Walmart a couple years ago. Remember that? They got trampled. It was like as soon as they opened the doors, it was just like a free for all. And somebody got trampled and killed, you know? So that's when they started handing out tickets instead. You know, you line up at a certain time and they go down the line and hand out tickets and say, okay, we have, 100 of this item. Here you go. And the first 100 people get the tickets.
Oh, for that item?
Yeah. I know that's how they do with like video game system launches. When the Xbox 360 came out, I was on the road actually when that happened. I was in Pennsylvania and I waited outside of a Best Buy in the rain. And I think they had 75 of them, and I was number 40 something in line.
Mm-hmm.
And when they came by, just handed out the tickets. But I mean, if somebody went out today on Black Friday, they can kind of explain how they did it. But I don't know if any of these people went out. No one's saying it.
I don't know. I mean, Black Friday, it's always sounded kind of fun to me. Just to go, just like it's an event, an experience.
Mm-hmm.
It almost sounds like it might be fun, but as long as you're not trampled or fighting, somebody for the Rainbow Bright.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's like that Seinfeld where was it George's dad,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Costanza? He was trying to get a doll for his son. And it was like the last one, and he grabbed it, and he was like punching people while he was getting that doll for George.
Yeah. But especially, I mean, if you're into like electronics and stuff, Cyber Monday is has the good stuff too.
And that's online.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
that's all online. And plus, most of the stuff I spend my money on is like recording equipment and plugins and stuff, and the deals that all these companies have,
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. I don't have to leave the house for anything, and that's how I like it. Chris Link asks if Dave said if the crack is affecting the sound. If the crack is affecting the sound, he didn't really. He said it still sounds, nice and resonant, but you really can't, say too much unless you really get into it.
Mm-hmm. I guess we'll
find out. Bozique said he likes to go to Black Friday and record the fights.
You're the one putting those videos up on YouTube. Yeah, I'll look at those instead of going out. I'll watch the videos on YouTube.
I watch those and just shake my head in disgust at what people do, man. So embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like, do you get angry if you're in a supermarket or a Walmart or something, right? And you're waiting online and there's like 3 people ahead of you or something. And there's somebody behind you as well. And it's like the only lane open. And then right next to you, somebody comes over. Oh, we can take somebody over here. Shouldn't it be the next person in line gets the first dibs to go to that new line? Don't you hate when it's somebody behind you at the end that cuts right in?
Usually, man, you're explaining my local Safeway. That's supermarket. That's exactly. It's yeah. Yeah. Generally, they'll get the attention of, let's say you're the next person up. They'll get your attention and say, "Hey, come over here."
Yeah,
and
that's
then
how it should be.
and then usually the last person in line will follow you over, and the person behind you will stay there a lot of times.
Yeah,
because they're next.
They'll start to do the timing of everything in their head.
They're not leaving that spot.
They'll check everybody's cart to see what gives them a better chance to go. Yeah.
Yeah, with me and the supermarkets and whatever, especially when it comes to food, when it's the grocery store, 9 times out of 10, I'll pick the lane that has 20 people in it over the lane with 2 people. When I saw the checker was like picking his nose or wiping his face or something, I'm always skipping that guy. You know, I've had people say, "Hey," I'm like, "Go ahead, I'll get out of line if I see the guy pick, you know,
or coughing or something in his
Yeah.
hands, sneezing in his hands. Yeah.
If I see anything like that,
Mhm.
I'll leave and go stand in the line with the 20 people until they pick their nose, and then I'll move back over and or I'll just leave. There's been times I've put the stuff away and just left.
Just
Because
leave
the
the
stuff-
cart in the middle of the.
Yeah.
That's funny, man.
Usually it's for groceries. You know, if it's anything, if it's like, let's say I'm at Best Buy and that's a little different. But when it comes to groceries and food, I'm watching the checker for touching the face or wiping the nose or the sneezing or the coughing or I'm watching for that. Always. Yeah. And again, my chat box is gone because my computer shut down. So
Oh, that's right. Okay.
if everybody's talking to me,
some of those Black Friday fights have 3 to 4 million views. I don't. People love watching that kind of stuff, and it's weird. I mean, I guess it's like a train wreck. You know, we're human beings, so we're just drawn to anything that's like that, and I get it. But I mean, I don't know. I like watching boxing, so I guess you can kind of say it's the same thing. Watching violence,
Yeah, but as far as the Black Friday beatings, I've looked at one of those. Generally, if one is enough, because it's all the same. It's the same thing every time. People getting trampled, fighting over an Xbox something.
Yep.
Hey, Howie.
Scott J says, I'm just not looking for a fight on a Friday. But I thought Friday nights were for fighting.
Friday night fights.
Yep.
Wasn't that the MTV thing? Wasn't it Friday nights? They would put 2 videos against each other back in the 80s, mid 80s, early 80s.
Huh. That rings a bell. I mean, I know like ESPN Friday night fights, like boxing and stuff, but as far as, yeah, I think that rings a bell.
Remember back in the 80s, they would put Duran Duran's,
reflex
over let's see, reflex. That was 83, 84. So it'd be that over Van Halen's, what would have come out? Jump. And they put the 2 videos together and they'd give you a 900 number and you would call in and whichever one got the most votes would move on to the next one against somebody else.
1-900 spanked.
Yeah.
Spanky McAllister said, my wife was in a Toys R Us and some woman got into a fight over Hatchimals. Are those stuffed animals that come out of like an egg or something like that?
The Hatchimals. It's either I don't know. Or is it like a digital?
No, I think it's something to do with the I'll be all up on the toys in a couple years when Ellie gets a little older. I'll tell you.
Hatchimals. Actually, I was at a Target recently walking past the toy aisle and I did hear somebody say Hatchimal.
Yeah, I honestly think there's like an egg, and I don't know if you have to like put it in water or anything, or if it just cracks open on its own.
Hatchimals. I got to see this real quick.
For those listening to the podcast, Johnny is asking Siri what a Hatchimal is.
Okay, I found this on the web for Hatchimals. I got to see this record.
What?
Yo, that's why Siri does not understand you, because you have her from London.
What is a Hatchimal? Oh, and she doesn't.
Yeah, she doesn't. My wife had her set to Australian.
What is a Hatchimal? I want. He doesn't.
Hatchimals, everything you were too embarrassed to ask. Okay. I'm not embarrassed.
Yeah, my wife had her Siri set to Australian, and it never understood her. And I'm like, yo, try changing it to, just regular like U.S. English. And she did, and everything was fine ever since. That's why she does not understand you.
Okay, actually, the Hatchimal was the toy craze of last year, is what it is. Maybe they're still around though.
Yeah, they are. I
Uh,
think I saw them in Walmart.
oh,
Uh-oh.
let me see.
For those listening on the podcast, Johnny is getting a phone call to his Google Voice number. You gonna go edit all that out? me talking like a goof.
I don't know if that was for this. They just said hello and hung up. If it was, actually, if anybody, if you guys call in, like you guys, my number is down below. Maybe send me a text first.
That sounds like a good idea.
Saying your name and that you're gonna call. Like this, I don't know what this is, because this number, it's a public number. Anybody could be. Yeah, they keep hanging up. So they could be watching this, and it's just like a crank. But anyway, a Hatchimal created by Spin Masters. What? So yeah, it's a little thing from an egg. It looks like that. If you're watching, that's a Hatchimal.
Yes. Yep. Hatchimal.
Whatever that is.
And Dutchy 5150 says, we spec English in Australia too. Yeah, but it's the was it called the dialect or something? Is that what it is? Where we basically speak the same language, but the way you say certain things is different. You might want to watch out, it's liable to butt, that type of thing.
So you think my English Siri is you think she actually she listens
Australian? Yes.
So maybe like Dutchy, like maybe if he sets his to Australian, it'll understand his
is probably already, if he has an iPhone, I'm sure Siri is already set to Australian.
Like it's already set to that.
Yeah.
So maybe it makes it easier to understand the accent.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yep. Steve Anderson asked, what sports did you play in high school? I was soccer outside of school, then track in high school, then back to soccer. Hockey and baseball. Ice hockey and baseball is what I played. Now it goes from guitar to sports.
Guitar to Hatchimals to sports.
Yeah, Dutchy, I turned Siri off as well because I had too many ads showing up on my phone through Facebook and stuff.
Yeah, what I'm hearing is, if you use Messenger, which I do, I don't know if some people refuse, but it's always your phone. It's always listening. So yeah. I saw where somebody was like they had Messenger open, or like they didn't have it open. They just had their phone on, right?
Cat food.
And they kept saying, yeah, cat food, cat food, cat food, cat food. And then next thing you know, was that you that said that? Or I think it was an article I saw, or
yeah, there was a video online about it. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
And their Facebook, all the ads were for cat food, and they kept wondering why that was, or maybe they were wondering before and they didn't experiment. And
yeah, and they were saying how they don't even have a cat, so it's not like it's just they always search for it or something and order it. They don't even have a cat, so nowhere, should their phone or anything know that the whole cat food thing. Well, that happened about a year ago or so. My wife just out of the blue was like, I'm in the mood for SpaghettiOs. I have a craving for SpaghettiOs. And about a half hour later on her Facebook, on her phone, was a sponsored ad, SpaghettiOs. And we're like, holy crap. It was like instant. And that just goes to show you these things are spies. They're always listening.
Oh, I mean, that's, yeah.
If you want to go off the grid, you got to get rid of your phone. You know. But yeah, I turned Siri off on mine.
I use Siri. I don't mind. I mean, I like. You ever ask Siri a joke? You know, and she'll tell you a joke.
A knock joke or something.
Hey Siri, tell me a joke.
I can't. I always forget the punchline.
See, say stuff like that.
There was something a couple years ago about the end of the world. If you ask Siri when the world's going to end or something, it was something crazy. I don't know if somebody knows about it in the chat, but
and she'll give you the date.
Yeah, it pops up and says the end. What day is the end of the world? It already passed. Thank goodness.
Wow.
Steve Anderson wants to know what's for dinner tonight, Johnny.
Oh man, I'm having beef short ribs. Barbecue beef short ribs. And I'm starving. All I ate today was bowl of corn flakes and a yogurt.
John BL 5150 is leaving. See you later. Have a great weekend.
See you, man. Yeah, we should probably wrap up. Yeah, I gotta. Speaking of eating, yeah, it's almost. Oh, it is ready. It is ready. All right. Well, this is my Friday night feast coming up. And if you guys want to see what I'm eating, maybe I'll post a picture on Snapchat. There we go. So add me to Snapchat. I've got you on there. You're over there.
Yeah, I don't use it very often though.
So, and yeah, this will be a podcast. So you guys can tune in, listen to this. It'll be uploaded probably later tonight. This one and the previous one. So, with Pixelix. So yeah. Podcast.
What's that? What are you doing?
I'm
adjusting.
Podcasting.
Steve Anderson wants to know: is your computer still shut down?
Oh yeah, it turned off again. I haven't seen the chat room in like.
Okay, how many eggs today, Johnny?
I think 4.
4 eggs. There you go.
Cool. All right. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm awesome.
Cool.
Wait, that sounds too. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right. Yeah, I got to split. 'Cause, yeah, I got to eat, and I got some other stuff I gotta take care of. Anyway, hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. If you celebrate that, and have a great weekend. Jay, great to see you.
And everybody celebrates weekends, so
yeah.
Well, you too. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Oh, of course. Thank you for joining me for our Hatchimal.
Our Metallica Hatchimal.
Yeah, I can't see the thumbs down, so I have no idea if those have
33
exploded since the Hatchimals. But
just
yeah.
one. I'm seeing 28 and 1.
Cool. Well, hey everybody, leave a thumbs down. What am I saying? Why not?
Yeah, why not, right?
Just kidding. Come on. All right, leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, and listen to the podcast. Jay, don't hang up.
Okay.
All right. See you guys later. JohnnyBeane.com. Good night.